to be a professional, whatever. So
Right.
I mean, whatever anyone's doing, just keep plugging at it a little bit each day.
Tell me a little bit about the Air Force.
Oh, Air Force, man.
What was the decision? What was the mind frame behind going to the Air Force?
My mom. So when I was on Robinwood, I was in high school, had my own place, was working, going to school, and I came home one day and my mom was in the front room with the recruiter.
School, as in
High school.
still in high school.
Yeah.
So you was holding on a job, and in high school.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I get home and the recruiter's there with my mom, and she's like, "You going to the military? Because you're not about to get caught up in all the shit that was going on."
Definitely.
Looking back, hindsight, it was a great thing. It wasn't something that I didn't really fight her on it. I, thought she had a valid point. But looking back, it probably was the best thing at the time. I wasn't never really into stuff, but the people around me were. So, I was able to see her perspective as far as that. So, Army recruiter came in and, went to recruiting office and they tried to trick me. That's the only reason I didn't want to go there. So I went to the Air Force.
So trick you as in what?
So the Army recruiter, I'm in an office and I'm doing paperwork, and they had a big booty red bone there.
They tried to hit you with the okey dog.
So I'm in there doing paperwork, and she coming in telling me how great the Army, is, and I'm sitting down doing paperwork, and she's like got her ass all up on my arm like that while she's standing up, and I'm like, these motherfuckers trying to trick me. And so I was like, oh hell no! I'm like, you know what, man? I want to go to the Air Force. So that Army recruiter, he was like, I got a friend. She's an Air Force recruiter, and I'll hook it up.
So what was the selling point of the Air Force?
Looking at it, I felt I wanted to do military police. I initially wanted to do that.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted my own dog. That kind of shit you see in the movies.
In the movies, right? So when they walk around,
yeah, I'm so glad I didn't get that. All my Air Force people, MP, I don't know, So they go by your scores and they put you into the field that you score the highest in on that ASVAB. And so I used to do operation resource management. So I used to work with pilots on an AC-130U gunship.
Really?
Yeah. So that actually taught me a lot to work with the pilots because a lot of them are arrogant.
The pilots are?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Really?
They're like surgeons. And I mean, you got it kind of right. You got a specialty field. A lot of people can't do it. Everybody can't be a surgeon. Everybody can't be a pilot. So I understand that sense of arrogance that comes along with that, because you have to be a really confident person to excel at those careers. And so I just had to learn the regulations. I had to learn my job because I was just a black kid from Detroit. So I was like, okay, let's play this game. I'm gonna learn what I need to learn, be great at my job, and so gained a lot of respect through that.
So you completed. So you went through.
Yeah,
okay.
Traveled the world. Been to Guam, Korea. Stayed down south. Stayed in Florida.
Beautiful place, ain't it?
Yeah, I was in Northwest Florida, so that was cool too. But people don't realize it get kind of cold there. Southern Alabama and Georgia.
Get kind of cold in.
Oh, Northwest Florida. I was in Fort Walton Beach, Florida.
Really?
It get cold there at times. Yeah, it ain't like Miami. Everybody think as soon as you say Florida, they think
beautiful weather all year round.
It ain't like that.
Okay.
Anybody from Jacksonville out here, y'all? Jacksonville, they sleep, man. Jacksonville, they kind of grimy there.
Is it?
Oh yeah, Jacksonville grimy, but still lovely though. So just down south. I love the South, man. The South is a great place.
The South is beautiful.
It is.
It has a serene vibe to it. Depending on where you go, but you know what I'm saying, just that country feel. You know what I'm saying? It definitely holds a spot for serenity. You know what I'm saying? So that's good, man. So tell me. So you said your first book is fresh out of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So was this the driving point of the book?
I would probably say it's part of the catalyst for doing that. Yeah.
Okay.
Another part was people just kept asking me questions. Like, what about this? I was like, man, I'm going through my own shit. Let me put this shit in the book, you know. And so that's what it was. And I'm like, wow. I said I wanted to do this. I went through the process myself. I got it done. How can I make it better? And I did the next one, and did the next one, and so here we are.
So the name of the first book?
His book, her book. A quick guide for romantic relationships in life.
His book,
so
her
you
book.
wrote 3 books.
I wrote 4.
4.
Oh, 4.
He's on his 4th book.
One is I did you put 2, but I let it slide. I'm like, it's all good, right? I actually did like a quick ebook for women. It was like dealing with fuck boys.
Whoa.
Fuck boys.
Yeah.
Okay,
Whoa.
so what's your definition of a fuck boy?
Coming from...
So I don't really have a definition of it. It's just what women think.
Okay.
Because it's a perception, right?
Right.
Like, hey, he a fuck boy, but because he didn't do
X,
this,
Y,
or he could have done shit, you know. So it's a.
So when I talk to women, they say fuck boy is somebody that they know that they can just go and fuck, and that's it, because they know he's like, he got a lot of women, things like that, and it's like, yeah, he's just a fuck boy, and I don't want to get too tied up in tune because I know that he got a lot of women.
Do they do it though?
Hell no.
They don't deal with him.
No, they deal with him.
Oh yeah.
But it always go past that.
I go past. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I was speaking more so on the mentality.
Okay.
Like
somebody that's not really up on the up and up, so to speak. Okay.
Right. Exactly. It's just not on the up and up. You know. So yeah. So I did that, and it was just something quick. You know, I was in between projects, and I had a thought, and I'm like, oh, let me go ahead and get this done while taking a break. So I always try to keep working. I usually work on 2 books at a time.
Really?
Yeah. And whatever catch the momentum, I go with that. And then when I'm done with that, I go to working on 2. And if that book catches the momentum, I go with that, or that book may be
the momentum mentally in the creative process.
Yeah, because I have to really feel a connection with it initially. Like starting off, I don't know where it's going. I don't.
So kind of like a woman.
Yeah. You just gotta see where this thing going, and you're like, oh, you know what?
Okay.
Yeah,
I
like her better. Let me write the story out for this.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, just like that.
Okay.
I was gonna put that in the aspect of music because I'm a music creator, and it's like.
So what you trying to call me?
I'm not. Say, brother,
like
I'm
a womanizer.
No, I was just
Potato Head.
I was just saying, like when you cut on music, you never really know what direction you gonna go. I normally try to listen to what the music is telling me to do, opposed to trying to force myself onto the music. That's really how I get off most times.
What kind of music you do?
Hip hop.
Hip hop. Okay.
Yeah, hip hop.
Yeah. It's the same thing. You know, like if you try to force it, it's not gonna come out good.
You create music, you create books. I mean, I feel lost out here. You know?
Nah, B. I mean, you created Still the Show, B. That's why that you did. You,
definitely about to be one of the best shows out here. So.
You are an innovator.
Yeah, for sure.
You are an innovator, of course.
Just for everybody out here, this man is just grinding. So support, subscribe, get the likes up, everything.
Yeah, definitely, everybody
share the information.
Yeah, subscribe, all that.
We want to give a shout out to everybody on YouTube, everybody on Facebook, everybody on Instagram.
Yeah.
Subscribe, follow us, share it with your people, man. We give you nothing but the best content, male content from the male point of view.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We do want to get some women on board, so women can also give their point of view.
Right.
So if you're interested, contact myself, or go to Still the Show and send us a message, whatever you would like to discuss. Come on, be a guest, man. We'd be happy to have you here on Still the Show.
Now,
definitely.
Let's get into this book right here.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let's get it.
So I just got it Friday. So
because I was delayed.
Yeah. I'm doing still.
Sorry, man. I was a little bit busy right now. Yeah.
So I only read about like 20 pages, but
that's cool.
I can say that it's a pretty good book so far. Yeah.
They only get better. You only on page 20?
Yeah.
You ain't even in deep water yet.
No?
Nah, not yet.
Okay, so let's talk about the first chapter.
Okay.
Women problems.
Mm-hmm.
What are women problems?
Give us an example of a few, because I don't think we can touch on them all.
No, well, one, when I first seen the chapter and it said women problems, I thought he was saying like women have problems.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But like us towards them, but it's really women problems towards us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
See, I told you I started reading the book.
Yeah, you did. Great interpretation. You know, it was a reason why I put it like that. But the thing is, like, you look at online dating for women, right? They want a certain kind of guy. Okay, and what you read in chapter one. Chapter one was responses from women that were online dating. Okay, so it was one of the things where I wanted to actually hear what women had to say. Like, you know, I didn't want to project whatever from a male perspective. I just wanted to hear what they specifically had to say. And some of those things were in there. Some of the things, especially with online dating, is guys with fake profiles, right? So one of the things that a lot of women would do online, you know, they'll look at it and do an occupation, nothing wrong with it, right? So a lot of dudes would put fake occupation on there because they know that women may look that up, right? But the guy's not over, you know, 6 foot. Or, you know, he said he was, they showed up on a date and the dude was like barely pushing 5'5".
Right.
Dang.
And she said she just couldn't stop laughing because he was just the smallest dude that she ever seen. And so it's kind of the trickery, right? That's kind of tricky, right? Hey, I'm over 6 foot, this is this. And so I guess he thought that his game was going to overcome, you know, her desire for a dude that's over 6 foot, you know?
Would that be? I'm sorry. Would that be considered a fuckboy tendency?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
It definitely would be.
Okay.
Let's see, income. You know, guys saying they make a certain amount. Guys being a certain height. Guys being married. Them getting responses from the girlfriend and wife. In the inbox. You know, that kind of thing.
I was trying to say that.
Yeah.
But now I'm gonna tell you though, a lot of women, and I mean a lot of women, would rather have a married man.
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
So why you say? Why?
I would say because they don't want the responsibility of having their own man. Like a lot of them want to date their cake and eat it too, as they would say, as the man. They would want to still have sex with them, have fun with them, things like that, and then
Still be able to go about her own way.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So I guess that's a woman's point of view of having her cake and eat it too.
Yeah, I agree with that. Another aspect is they probably won't have to worry about the dude stalking her.
Yeah.
Because he got a wife. He's just going to be
He
too
got
busy
something to
with work.
lose.
Right, he got something to lose. The dude that she dropped it like it's hot for and he's single and he don't really get women. And he probably going to be outside her house in the rain watching her, you know, just stalking, you know. So I understand. Listen, I totally get that. What women be saying, like dudes be off their rocker. I get it, because I've seen stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like we have the stereotypical view of women being the crazy motherfucker when they get piped down. It's dudes that's like that too. Like,
definitely.
You know, they get some good and they can't separate that time or whatever they're doing with interaction, and so they losing their shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I totally agree with women with that. I understand that perspective. I understand that perspective of going on a date and, you know, hey, and I'll say more women need to do this. Hey, I got this dude license plate. Some information that you can text your homegirl or family, say, I'm going on a date with a dude. Because, I mean, there's a lot of dudes out here that's kind of creepy and scary. You know what I'm saying? And they weird, you know. So it's not one-sided.
That's crazy because I don't want to say caught somebody doing that, but I guess the person that I was about to go out with, I guess she had a rundown and she meant to put it in a group text, but it came to me, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And she was like,
did you put it?
just who I was, you know what I'm saying? Who I was, where we was going, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, like this is what's about to go down. I'm like, what the fuck is this? No, I'm thinking it's a setup. Right, right. You trying to lag me up? She was like, well, no, this is our first time going out, so it's like I'm telling my girls.
More women should.
You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't do shit but respect it. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that.
Can't do shit but respect it.
Yeah, more women need to do that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely.
And another point too, like I get it, you know, you want to get down or whatever, but if you go do that, don't have the dudes in your house and you got kids.
Oh
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just go get a room. He don't need to know where you stay.
Right.
Not at all.
2, 3, 4 months, 5, 6 months, so you really can gauge his mentality.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Or at least allow him to take you to. If he can't take you to where he lay at, you for damn sure shouldn't be allowing that man where you lay at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where is the fair exchange? It got to be some sort of fair exchange. Oh, we can't do that? Okay, well, let's go get a room or something. Or better yet, if this is one of your preferences, how about...
Go to the alley?
No.
Just stay in the car, huh?
How about we don't do this and I'll find somebody with something along the lines of the same level as I'm on. You know what I'm saying? That cut down a lot of bullshit too.
Yeah, but I'll say, you know, even women going to the crib. If you go to a dude crib and you just meet him and you go get down, that's cool. You know, let somebody know, but look in them closets, look everything. Let me see your house.
Yeah,
everything.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I go through. Hey, I'm at a chick house for the first time. Let me see.
Yeah, I want to see.
I'm gonna be strapped up though. That's just different.
That's just off top though.
Yeah.
Tell the dudes, be strapped up. Carry your stuff with you. You don't know crazy baby daddy. You can't control that stuff.
Cause there's a lot of them out
pop
here.
up. I got so many stories of that.
What you did?
I had a friend who was dealing with a chick. He woke up, dude standing over holding a gun in his face.
Oh,
wow.
Fuck.
What do you do?
You better pray.
He was asleep that hard, you know. He got a couple off. He's done. You know.
Wait a minute. What?
Y'all missed the joke.
Oh. I'm like, damn.
Y'all missed the joke. I said he got a couple off. He was asleep. He was done.
Yeah.
He got killed. He killed him. No, you know, he was just.
He definitely got a couple off.
He got a couple off it done, and you know, woke up with the gun in his face. So it's like you dudes, you know, you gotta be strapped up, and women, you have to take the precautions to, you know, not put yourself in a position where dudes go be on some crazy shit.
Yeah. Chapter 2. Women's barriers.
Yeah. Trauma. Right. Trauma comes in many forms. It's not always so deep and so the idea of what we think is. Trauma could be not having two parents, you know, depending on who you are, right? It depends. Some people could lose a parent and of course it's going to affect them, but they still can navigate through life. Some people can't. Some people, it's a mentality, right? So trauma could be sexual abuse, molestation, a divorce. People don't realize how traumatic that is. It sounds easy on paper, but there's people who kill themselves after being divorced because you're investing your livelihood in those things, right? Men and women, right? You know, trauma, bad relationships, not having any type of modeling from women who actually have successful relationships, those kind of things.
I actually had dated a woman that like mentally wasn't stable for real to like really date. She probably shouldn't have been dating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dating someone of your stature.
Yeah.
So what do you think if you can describe the mental barrier, like? Don't give us the whole rundown.
Right.
Don't be saying no name.
But what was the most hindering in your opinion?
Me being the kind of person that I am, you know, I'm real bold. Step out all eyes on me type of person. She couldn't handle that with whatever that she had went through in her past. Not that I was doing anything, because I wasn't, but just me being me.
Not really understanding your intentions.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
when you make moves like that, it may be taken as if you're seeking attention of some sort.
Right. But I'm not. It's
Just how you are.
yeah. I just draw attention like that.
I can dig it.
Yeah. So, with that being said, it was like it was just constant arguing, constant. Yeah. So, I would say if anyone is like that, male or female, seek help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or just date somebody
That's on your level.
that's on your level. Yeah.
I mean, but what really is a level when it comes to instability like that? Like, do you match that with another instability, or do you?
Towards that right there, towards that, I would say deal with someone that's not so bold. You know what I'm saying? Deal with somebody that's a little bit more subdued.
I'm a little bit more introverted. Somebody that's not looking
Right.
to be. I'm not saying that you look to be the
Right.
star of the show, but somebody
But
who
it just happens.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. Somebody with a lesser personality, a less
Right.
gaudy personality, so to speak.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I mean, and truthfully, and I've been knowing you for a while. Like, I never known for you to have a gaudy personality. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, you was quiet for a long motherfucking time. So, where this new guy just popped up and just started dancing on the ceiling, I don't fucking know. But
And it just comes.
yeah,
Like, for example, me and my brother, we had went out the other night, and a girl just walked up to me, just started talking to me. So my brother like, so what, you know her? I said, no. And then he like, who the hell is you? fucking Casanova or somebody? Like, I don't.
But you can't control that. And somebody with
No, I can't.
insecurities,
Yeah,
they
right.
gonna flip out on
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're right. You know, that's one of the things that I know we all want love and we want to be with people and we want the relationships, but they won't work until we address what we need to ourselves.
Yeah.
There's nowhere around it
Mm-hmm.
because everything is temporary.
everything
when
is
it comes
temporary.
to that. So what happens is a lot of people, men and women, they're on a part of the relationship is the beginning of the relationship, the first couple weeks, first couple months. That's what all the fantasy happen, right? You meet somebody, you have a good interaction, and then your mind is natural. Everyone goes through this. Your mind starts to fill in the blanks about what you think this person is.
Damn.
And what happened is when that happened, it's all good. It's endorphins. You feel good. You feel motivated for something that most of us don't have a motivation for every day. And it creates a certain feeling, right? I mean, I'm not even gonna call it love. It just creates a feeling. And then once you interact and get to know this person 6 months down the line, and you see that they fart in the bed and they do certain shit, you know, and you realize like, oh, reality starts to set in. I have to have a real interaction with this person, and it's not what my mind was filling in the blanks about. And most people can't deal with that.
Imaginary expectations.
Yeah, it becomes too hard.
You know what's crazy is Al, for the past couple months, have really been touching on the fantasy or the imaginatory aspect of our relationship, which naturally happens in the beginning because everything just seems so blah blah blah, but nobody's really showing their hand in the very beginning because everybody's trying to be
The person that you expect for me to be.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But then after that whole fantasy go away,
Woo.
then now you see, like you said, oh, I finally got. I mean, Fart in the bed every morning around 4:00.
Damn.
4:00.
So them covers is hit different. You guys like, oh, under there,
It's
you know.
totally different.
So give me your outlook on first impressions. Is that a fantasy as well? Like, how do you believe in first impressions? Because me personally, I feel like first impressions is bullshit.
I think it depends on the person and how genuine they are. I think some people experience a lot of bullshit and they realize I'm me, right? I'm not going to change as far as that. Like my first impression, like what you see is what you get, and I'm not just saying that. I tell women that I date up front, you have a 2-day minimum.
Hold on.
Now I say 2-day minimum if you're not showing any interest, you're not trying to push it. I'm not about to go on 10 days with you to do that. Now I know women they think that's kind of harsh, but the thing about it is, you're not about to eat free on me. Cause I've experienced a game. I've done a lot of dating to write.
Now, I want to touch on that right there. This guy always laughs.
What you smiling at me? Me, I'm.
I know, man. You better do this for a minute then.
Thank you, sir.
So
Yeah,
now,
keep the oil pouring, baby. It's finna get crazy.
so now, how many dates should a guy look towards?
My fault, B. My bad.
Before he start having sex with this woman, or before he start looking to have sex with him, before he say, you know what, I ain't doing this.
It's individual preference. I'm just saying, I said that for me because I've seen a other side to this, right? So when I first started writing, I actually wanted to get out here and see what it was like. I didn't want to write from content creator, online information. I wanted to get out here and see what it was. I was going on 2 or 3 dates a week for 6 months. So people are like, well, you spend
a lot of money.
No,
Damn.
I really didn't.
Say,
Wait.
I didn't. That's the thing about it.
So the coffee shops, they was your best friend.
Coffee shops, bars,
Starbucks.
all that.
Yeah.
Library.
Yeah.
People forget about the library. You go to the library, have a good time. I've had that.
Yeah.
I've had a relationship come out of that, taking somebody to the library like that. Because here's the thing. If a woman really like you, she just like you. She don't care if you take her to the Chinese spot with the roaches in the back.
It's true.
She don't care about that.
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying?
Don't
So
let them know it's roaches in the back.
yeah, don't let. They still eat them though. That's on the
Yeah,
food.
look, these rat
But
asses. They still eat it.
Look what Big Boy said. Look what Big Boy said, bro. Shout out my cousin Big Boy, man.
Yeah, shout out to the first day this time.
Time to get busy.
So if you don't,
Bro, so, because
you don't have money.
right. So
Now, I'm going to tell you my point of view, right?
Okay.
Okay. My point of view is this. If I take you out on the first date, I'm looking to have sex, right? Now,
On the first day,
Yeah.
B?
I mean, this is how I look at it.
Okay.
We both grown.
yeah, for real.
You know if you like me,
Mm-hmm.
I know if I like you.
All right.
By the end of the night, you ought to know if you want to have sex with me or not. And honestly, you had knew that as soon as I asked you for your phone number.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, we gonna do this thing or we not.
Okay.
I ain't here to play no games.
Okay.
So if it don't go,
Dang.
is that a detour for you, B? Like if it don't go on the first night?
I may take her out for the second time
That's why I
if
said
I
2
like her
dates.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then if it don't, then no, I'm done.
And that's why I said 2-day minimum for
Yeah.
me. And listen, because a lot of women equate to you took me out, you supposed to think you can have sex with me. That's not what it is. That's why I said the second date. So I don't have to have sex with you, but I need to know that you have some type of expectation in the future that you want to sleep with me. Because let's be real.
Women, they will just go out with you.
'Cause
day
you're-
after
you're
day
fun.
after day.
Yeah, you're fine, right.
And I ain't gonna lie, I am a fun guy to be around. So So
it's easy to fall into that trap of her wanting to just hang with you and whatever.
So if you think that I'm about to just take you out every day or every weekend, you know what I'm saying, 4, 5, 6 times in a row, just because I'm the fun dude, plus I'm spending money on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, baby, listen. And I'm here to tell you, this ain't the party that you think.
This ain't the bus to get on.
Yeah, right. It's the wrong bus. Because I'm gonna tell you flat out. Yeah.
And I want to clarify for the ladies why I said 2 dates. I'll give you why. Because I've seen and I experienced this numerous of times that women will go on a date with dude, call a dude up, ain't did nothing to blow her back out. So you got dudes that's taking women on dates,
and then
they go. Actually, let me get that to go. They go call the dude that's blowing their back out, and she go bring him the food from the date.
Ain't that crazy?
It happened a lot.
Ain't that crazy?
So I was out and I got you something to eat.
Yeah.
After Red Fields then paid for the meal.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, I've been on both ends. When I was younger, I was on the end. I was a dude like, oh, let me go out, let me impress you, this and this. And then later in life, it's like, hey, what you doing? I just went on a date. Let me come too. Okay. So, those things. So, it's not even that I don't want women to think like, oh, just because a dude take you out, you have to fuck him. But the thing about it is this. You know that when he asks you out. So, if you don't have any intention on dealing with dude,
just
don't go on a date.
With him. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Put a cap on.
That's it.
No, I agree. That's why that I had said in the beginning, we both grown.
Right.
We grown adults. You know what you want.
Right.
I know what I want. I'm gonna tell you what I want. So it's either gonna happen or it's not. But we ain't gonna play no games though.
And it's just really, if you look at the interaction, it's really basic. The goal of men is to have sex without spending money. The goal of women is to go out and have fun without giving it up. If you really want to break it down, we could.
So let's meet in the middle.
Let's meet in the middle.
I spend a little money. You give me a little sex.
Yeah. And I'm not even talking about a transactional point. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't. Not like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Al motherfucking Steele.
But overall, when you look at it, that's just really what it comes down to. And then everything else after it is you develop feelings and this and that's where it goes.
Chapter 3, the man's perspective.
Right. Yeah. So
what you hitting on that?
So it's like this. I think a lot of guys, because we've all been there. We've taught from the beginning. Do this for women. Do this to make them happy. This, right? Take them on dates. Give them attention. Give them good sex. Those things. And a lot of guys in their mind, they strive for that. Right?
Especially if they like you.
And especially if they like a woman, right? But that doesn't keep a woman. It doesn't keep a woman. It's like women will like that, but they won't respect you for doing everything that they want you to do. Like women, they outwardly, they say, oh, I don't want to be told no, but it's innerly, it's like, oh, okay, I have a respect for him because he told me no.
Right.
And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
So, which is, I guess, another fairy tale. So basically, and I don't even know how to properly word this. So, basically, the whole good guy role is basically a setup for failure.
Now, actually, you didn't read the book, but that's basically what the book is about. The book is about, well, a part of it. It's about being a nice guy. Like you said in this introduction, he said, if I don't play the game that everybody else play, I'm going to lose every time. So I don't want to play the game, but I have to play the game if I want to survive in this game.
Right.
Shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was without
even looking at it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, somebody did their homework. So
homework, man.
Yeah.
I like that. So made me sound good on that one.
So I'm glad that you brought that up.
Yeah.
because so really being the nice guy that women say that they want, it don't go nowhere. That guy normally gets used, like you said, towards buying the food, and then she's taking it to
bringing it to me.
right. Bring the red.
I like to eat too. Somebody like, what you got cooking there? Bring me that food, man. We ain't doing nothing.
Right. Yeah. So
the steak dinner.
So that's the nice guy, right?
The fees is prices of the world.
So you the nice guy?
You know, I've actually attempted it a time or two.
Yeah.
Let me be the first to tell you.
So how did you succeed in?
Epic fail. Epic fail.
But let me say this though. Okay. Seriously.
Epic fail.
There's nothing wrong with being a nice guy as long as you know what may come from it. Because I'll say this. Don't try to play, a lot of dudes try to play this bad boy role and just to get women. Don't fuck with your own integrity to make other people perception of you a certain way. Like, just don't even do it. If you're a nice guy, be the nice guy. Yeah. You will eventually find that you just won't have the immediate success that other people do.
I agree with you 110%.
Because what tends to happen, in my case, right, I tend to be the nurturer, supporter, blah, blah, blah. But then it's always the toxic shit that people try to run away from, that they run back to. But then it's like, damn, I missed this, and it's like they gotta come back, and it's like, well, you can't get the same meat twice. Right. Now you're gonna get the natural meat.
Right.
The natural meat ain't
like that.
Ain't the best thing in the world. You know what I'm saying?
So I got a question for y'all. Toxic people. Do toxic people know they're toxic?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I would say because I know I have hella toxic traits.
So. What do you mean?
You try to be a good guy.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm talking about people that's actually just toxic. They just don't know.
No.
Like for example,
no.
Kind of like the person I was just telling you about, right? She don't know that she's toxic. She just think that it's
everybody else.
Me.
Everybody else.
Yeah, it was you. It was.
Right. I'm sorry. Well, my guy Dirty Illa say, stop playing roles, pick a bill to pay, and fuck her when you want.
He summed it up.
I'm done. Shout out Dirty Illa, man. Dog
Dirty Illa just got to the point.
Yeah.
Cut through that cake with the hot knife. Just
give me a bill.
Make a bill.
Make a bill.
Says a light bill. All right, here you go. All right, now bend over.
That cable bill.
Oh my God, dog. That motherfucking Sprint bill. That Sprint, that Verizon.
You don't pay that motherfucker the same day that bitch off.
I'm trying to tell you.
Damn. No extensions, no nothing.
No extensions. Damn. Oh man.
So you were saying a toxic?
No, but she did not believe that she was toxic. You know what I'm saying? It was all me. Not saying that I didn't have any parts in it, but she just 100% you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not understanding, like, baby, you really have some issues here. You know what I'm saying? But that's when you have to just say, you know what? I gotta just exit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know where that come from?
Their past.
Yeah, a lot of low self-esteem, a lot of trauma. So what happened is,
so before you had, why is the most beautiful woman had the most trauma like that? Have the most insecurities?
Yeah. So it's
than a woman that's
that. So here's the thing: most good-looking women don't have a real taste of what reality is because everybody pandered to them. Right. So if you look good as a woman, even if you fuck up, people are going to forgive you because of your looks. And so a lot of women don't have anyone coming in them, especially dudes, because dudes just want to fuck them, right? They look good. No dude is going to come say, hey, I'm going to tell you the truth, but in turn, I might not be able to fuck you. They're going to get lied to through their life. You're forgiven a little bit more when you're a child, even in the parental thing. people, family members, they're gonna say, "Oh, she's just so cute. This is this, right?" But if it's a woman that's not as attractive, she have to work on other qualities to make herself to a certain level. So that's why you will see, y'all gonna laugh about this, but most good looking women got dirty ass cars.
Damn, that's true.
That's true.
Damn, I ain't never think about that.
That's true.
Because more focuses on themselves and doing that. A woman that don't look good, she know I need to keep the house clean. I need to cook. I need to do this for a dude to keep a dude interest. Because I can't go off my looks.
Those who feel like they don't have that advantage.
Right. I have to go on the personality.
So instead of us going for pretty women, we ought to get the ugly ones.
Yeah, I would take.
He said yeah.
Yeah. No, real shit. I would take an average looking woman with great personality that want to do, really care about certain things.
I mean, but then when you think about that, right? So let's say how your average plus size woman wasn't really the flavor or the style once upon a time. It was the petite with the curves or whatever.
Honestly, I just think that's just depending on the state. But go ahead.
Okay, so and this is just my observation. Once they became like more of the popular hand, then they start taking on the
guys that didn't have too much.
You know what I'm saying? No, they start taking on the role of what your normal figure would. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They start playing the game a little raw too. You know what I'm saying? It's just what I noticed. Where and this is terrible, and by no means do I support this, but it's just it's society and how they label things. The most popular women carried themselves in a certain way. They played the game in a certain way. You knew if you wanted some sort of nurturing, some sort of safety, the one that wasn't in the forefront would pretty much take care of you. Now the ones who wasn't in the forefront are now in the forefront, and now they playing the game like the ones who was shined upon once upon a time. It's like, well, goddamn. So okay, let's duck the BBWs. Let's run back to the potato. They might take care of you a little better because they not the flavor right now.
No, I'm gonna tell you.
You ain't getting out like that, no.
When I was down in New Orleans, Bourbon Street.
Okay.
Big girls out there naked.
Jeez.
I'm talking about two-piece in it.
Jeez.
I'm talking about they got on the heart to tops, stomach out, and whatever. And guys loving them. Like, it was like smaller, petite women. They wasn't getting looked at.
So I got a question.
That's why I said towards the state.
Okay.
I got a question. There's some real shit. Do guys really want that, or is that all they can get? So I give you an example. So we talking about question. Like BBWs, right?
It's a great question.
To all the BBWs out there that's taking care of yourselves, whatever, that's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing, be great, all that. Would a guy take slim thick chick? Would they take a BBW over a chick that's slim thick if they actually had the option to?
I think that's a great question.
It's a great question. Me, myself, that always been like my flavor. Like me, I could say like chubby. Like chubby is like the dividing line for me. Like it starts with chubby. If you're a bigger, long as you're shapely, I don't have a problem with the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? But the chubby, like, oh my fucking god, you know what I'm saying?
but you saying it has to be kind of structured, compact like that.
So chubby but with curves. That's what you say.
Bingo. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're like a naturally like big person, if you have some sort of form to it, as long as it looks good, then I don't have a problem.
Gotta have a shape and not
some sort of a shape. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That appeals to my physical ability. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of people get caught up on weight and BMI, and I know a lot of women who are just naturally, like, not the excuse, because people use excuse, but women that's naturally just kind of big bone, they just, it don't matter the size of their waist, they always just gonna have. You know what I'm saying? So some people are just naturally like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but
which is nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. But I think society kind of paint that picture that everybody has to be a size 4. Right. I don't even fucking agree with that.
Not at all.
I don't.
Because that shit ain't beautiful.
I think that's the whole.
I don't want to say
stage right there.
I don't want to say that it's not beautiful, but to me, it's not appealing. You got to be somewhat of a fat girl for me to double back at you like, oh shit.
You want to put some work in?
Hey, I'm just saying. It's some of the best sex I ever had in life was with a plus size woman.
Hey, big girl,
and so that's what
I'm trying to tell you. And guess what? You can get it from the price man. You hear me? You can get it from the price man for sure.
When I was younger, I started off with the bigger women, thicker women. Say thicker. And then now it kind of like trickling down now. Yeah. But I do like a curvy woman though.
Yeah, I say the same with me too.
Did it change
because of the status? No.
Or confidence maybe? No.
Because you know me, I've always had the confidence that I had now. My status was always pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? Nope, it's just what I liked, and then I got to dating different size women. It was like, damn, this shit kind of. But now.
So your options opened up. The more your options opened up, the more you was able to explore different.
But it was always there. I just never explored it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. But then once I did, it was like, this ain't bad. Yeah.
But I think that's the thing. Most guys, and I think most guys don't really look at like to even just have something to know what you want. I ain't saying you got to be out here just banging all these chicks, but you actually need to have different interaction with different type of women.
I agree.
Because that'll make it solid. So I think it's the track record for a man is going to be different than the woman, right?
Of course.
But as far as that, like, hey,
well, shit,
is
it? I'm sorry, is it the track record?
I mean, that's what it's supposed to. But the reality is women now track records about as long as men now.
Because think about this: if I'm a guy and I tell a chick and say, "Hey, I only been with one woman in my life," you would think that would make that woman say, "Okay, cool." First thing she probably think, this dude don't got a lot of experience on him.
Right? What the fuck wrong with him?
Right?
That's true.
So on the opposite though, a woman say, "Yeah, I've been with 100 dudes." He just go get disgusted and
that's true.
Turn the opposite way.
Turn the opposite way. You know what I'm saying? So it's a double standard in favor of men in that aspect.
What do you think that's due to though?
Nature. Do
you think it's due to the stigma that's been placed on women?
Nope. I think it's just some nature. It's just nature. It's just something natural. You know what I'm saying? When you just look at nature and reproduction. That male line, he ain't trying to get that lioness that's bust out. That's true. But guess what? He impregnated all the lioness in the what's the name? It's just
but still remains to hold the same stature as if, you know what I'm saying?
Right. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just different. So that's a double standard in favor of men. Like when I talk about double standards, women have advantages in as far as
that's exactly
dating
what
life.
I teach my daughter.
And men
life
have
is full of double standards.
So I don't know why men or women complain about double standards when you have the advantage in some areas. Talking about LGBTQ, they could talk about heterosexual people, but you can't talk about them nowadays. Everybody has it's something that is in their favor.
That's true.
But if you complain about it, because it's not in your favor at that time. So
pretty much what you're saying is whatever that your up is, just use it to your advantage and shut the hell up.
And understand that on the downside, you just don't have that. Yeah. That's it.
I don't think nobody could really go through life just taking that, I didn't got that. That's a problem. Like
I get it, yeah.
It's kind of, how many people can really call a square a square?
Right.
Without trying to manipulate at least one of them angles to fit to their advantage, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like nobody really
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Don't
like,
take that.
No, you don't want to take that. You don't want to take that. I mean, and it may not even be an L, but it's just what's for you is for you, and what's not is not.
And that's it. And you play that lane, you're good. You know, as far as that.
Going back to 2015, how the relationship that you walked out of, how long was it?
Was that 2015? Let's see. That was maybe 4 years.
4 years. So was this a mutual split or?
Nah. So I think she ended it, but it wasn't nothing said, and I kind of got the message. So me and her grandma was in church, and I just felt that vibe. It was like something was off. So I'm that kind of person. Like I've literally had relationships to where we went on a trip, came to my place, the vibe wasn't there. She left. I didn't text her. She didn't text me.
And it just went from there, like.
No, it was just done. And
Yeah.
It went to the crib 9 months later, trying to get some sex.
Without no explanation to why it.
Nope, I didn't need it because I know. Like,
you already felt.
So here's the thing about it.
Well, I guess what the people was probably wondering is, did you fuck her?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Oh well.
She just called me on a good night. Hey. I was home playing the Xbox and on the patio door. Hey, I'm like, oh, what you doing here?
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Shout out to all the Xbox users out there.
Yeah, for sure. Still play the Xbox. So, you know, it's just one of those things, but I didn't need an explanation because that energy was off. Like, people want to say, oh, I got to catch this person cheating. Right? You say fuck it. Yeah, but you know, people think they want an explanation from the other person you cheat. I mean, you're not going to get that. You know what I'm saying? But you don't need that. That energy go change with people. Like, even in my practice, one thing that I will always go off of, and I'm not even talking about something far off, I'll always go with my gut when I work with clients because your gut would tell you. And some people are just fucking wacky, right? And they just kind of, oh, I feel like this, so you got to be cheating. No, I'm not talking about that. Right. I'm talking about when you're just picking up information from a person you've been around, you know their baseline. So I tell everybody, know people baseline. When you meet someone, no matter who you're dealing with in life, know their baseline. I know your baseline the way you act when you're drunk. I know your baseline when you act in everyday life. Once I know your baseline, I see any deviation in that, I can start to assess that from there. And so when you're around a person, you're in a relationship, you know how they behave. You just sit back and watch.
Takes heavy observation. It really,
because you're picking up information all the time. So when your girl ain't cheating, you're not going to feel like she's cheating. You're not.
But the moment you begin, and you know, as they say, it's morally, it's not morally, mostly used for women, like a woman's intuition. But everybody has that intuition.
Everybody has the intuition.
Everybody has that intuition.
So why when we said that, they be like, you ain't got it, you ain't got it.
Because it's not the stereotypical view.
You're not supposed to share
when
that.
Y'all hear that shit,
you're not supposed.
I think y'all ain't shit.
Bitch, y'all ass ain't shit.
Like, this motherfucker ain't shit. But and that's the thing. So men and women have that. And listen, some people take that shit to the deep end.
Yeah.
They have dreams and be like, this nigga cheat. It was actually a story of a lady who had a dream that her boyfriend was cheating and she killed him.
A dream?
She had a dream and then killed him.
But now, don't all women have those dreams? Man, you know how many women I done been with that had dreams. I mean, it was probably.
What's that?
And that was my follow-up question. Was you doing it? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what happened in my last relationship. Like,
she killed you?
I was having shit, spiritually damn near. I was having these dreams, and I was having them heavy as shit. Like, I've never dreamed this much about a person in life. I was seeing different shit that was going on, but I was also feeling it. Yeah. But it's like, maybe I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? But I'm actually to the point where it's like, okay, well, you ignoring shit. Let me show you. So I'm seeing different shit, and it's like, God damn, like, why the fuck? And right around the time, it's crazy. I never really told this story out loud.
Let's hear it.
Right around the time before shit really crumbled, I had a premonition. the premonition was so strong, I woke up screaming out my sleep with her next to me.
What?
Swear to God on everything. And from that point, I was
What
like,
you do to her?
I ain't do shit.
Oh,
I ain't do shit. She went back to sleep, and
you ain't do nothing to her?
I didn't go back to sleep.
You ain't choke her or nothing?
No.
Shake her?
No. Because I mean, what can you really say?
I had a dream.
What can you really say? It's like,
what do a woman do?
But
you ain't up getting hit. What is this for? you was cheating.
As a man,
I was asleep.
Right.
As a man, you're not supposed to have these type of.
Yeah.
It look weak.
Yeah, it look weak.
You know what I'm saying? It looks insecure, and it's like, bro.
And
I
know looking at you kind of way. Like
I know I'm not tripping. This has never ever happened to me in life. Like, well, all of a sudden that I had to fucking with you, and this type of shit is happening.
She wasn't.
But I'm on some bullshit. You know what?
And so that's another part for everybody that's out here. Let me tell you something about people with toxic personalities. Stop throwing the narcissistic personality out. It's only 6% of the population that's diagnosed with that. Even the undiagnosed, let's even take that to 12. So everybody's just throwing that term out loosely. All right, we all have those traits though.
We all do.
So it's not the diagnosis. We all have the traits. But with toxic people, those things, what they do, they gaslight the hell out of you. You know what I'm saying? So they be cheating or whatever, and they like, well, you cheating, and then you be thinking, am I cheating?
Right.
Right. You know, they do that. So you know, that's the thing for everybody out here. Just know your reality when you're dealing with people like that, because they will put so much stuff in your head and gaslight you. You start to question yourself. That's what it becomes, and then they use that argument against you. So to combat that, no, if you got text receipts of interactions, like, nope, I can show you what you said, because they're gonna switch the words up. So you keep that, right? Or you just you have to be rooted in the facts. You focus on the facts, not the argument. This is how you beat somebody like that. I've had experience with that. Like, I know, not in a clinical sense, but a personal sense. And it's like, you can't. No, you calling that
person out like a mug. Like,
no, you just hold the mirror up to him.
Yeah.
You hold a mirror up to him.
And you are a certified there. You are certified. So this is coming from
a therapist.
Certified.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the thing.
I'm a certified therapist. No, I'm just lying.
You certified, my boy. I'm not. I don't know.
And so that's the thing. You know, it's a lot of toxic people out here. There's a lot of people, and it doesn't mean that they're bad. It's just a lot of us grew up, I'm gonna say it, just in fucked up households. That's it.
Circumstances.
Now, I'm gonna skip through some chapters.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I was gonna just go to each one and then just pick them out, but we had kind of like took them for that one. So we're gonna go with the truth, and the truth is under the beautiful woman. So, but I see another truth though. So what's the difference?
All right. So I'm talking about a male and a woman's perspective, right?
Okay.
That women should embrace beauty, but what they believe beauty is right now is not actual beauty; it's societal standards. So when society say, "Hey,"
so are you talking about for themselves or for the man?
No, I'm talking about for themselves initially.
Okay.
So you know, society standards of you need to look a certain way, be a certain way. Like, no, you just need to do you. But make it good. It's not a perception like, you know, I hear so many women talking about, I'm a bad bitch, but your car ain't clean, your house ain't clean. You can't be a bad bitch and those things not taken care of. All right, so
but they're making $70,000-$80,000 though.
That don't mean nothing. Who gonna marry you?
But they making $78,000 though.
Right, yeah, right. I get, yeah, but you know the thing about this, yeah, they think I'm making $70. Men don't care about money.
We don't.
Men don't care about money. A guy with a lot of money would date a chick that work at McDonald's if she look good.
I say that all the time.
Well, and no problem, and have no problem being with that person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the McDonald's women workers.
Yeah, do your thing, cause you can
there tomorrow. Find me a McDonald's girl.
Yeah, get 2 sausage patties, no bread, and coffee. That's what I used to do.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But no, it's one of the things to where like women focus on. They look at men and say, well, men care about money because that our status and purpose aligns with that. Mm-hmm. So the more money you make as a man, you got a profession, you're doing the things you're supposed to. That's what women look at. But in their mind, they think, oh, well, because I look for that, then he need to be looking for that in me, and that's not what it is. You're looking for qualities of being a woman that I could potentially marry you and want to be around you every day. Because after I knock you down for 3 or 4 months, the pussy is just the same. At that point,
it don't change.
It don't change. Is at the beginning it's exciting because it's new, and that's what women don't realize. But after a while, that's not there anymore. You don't have that leverage as far as that. But the leverage you do have is everything else behind that. That I'm a good woman. I'm gonna bring peace to him. I'm gonna help him with his goals. I could see him up here working on his projects. Let me bring him some coffee, some tea.
What about me?
As far as what?
No. Everything that you were saying, I'm pretty sure that it was a woman out there. Like, but what about me? You saying me just attempt to better you and to what about me?
So here's the thing. When men see that you actually genuinely care about them,
he's gonna go
out of his way to give you everything that you want.
Let me tell you.
That's it. That's how it works.
Man.
But a lot of women go in like, I want this. And you may get that initially, but a guy gonna get tired of that.
It fades away.
All the time.
Let me tell y'all women. A lot of guys, like me, I'm not the initial one to just say here.
Right.
Women that have taken care of me,
you go do what you need to do.
There's no limit.
No limit at all.
There's no even if we're not together now, that woman can say, hey, I need help with this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's a respect that goes along with that.
Exactly. But when a woman come in thinking, oh, you supposed to be doing this. Why?
It's crazy.
Why?
It's crazy.
For who and for what?
I attest to that, like somebody who I know just really cares about me. Mm-hmm. So I've stumbled upon a little bag and shit, right? So she actually helps me with some of my business, right? So she just do it on the love. I call her, hey, I need so and so. All right, cool, and just send it to me. So now, every time I would ask her to do something and she'd do it, boom. Now I'm hitting you, boom. I'm just hitting you randomly, boom, boom. And it's like, sir, why you keep giving me money? Like, you know, it ain't even. You don't even understand the levels that you helping me on. You deserve this.
Because when I wasn't here,
you was still doing the same shit before I even had what I got. So this is why you getting this. It's not because you doing what you're doing, because you been doing it, but you deserve this. You know what I'm saying?
Behind it.
Exactly. So I swim the 7 seas for you. You know what I'm saying? But now that I got this little bag, then you finna reap the benefits of this, because this is half the reason we here now is with your help. You know what I'm saying? So you get that.
And the thing about it is, you know, men being on their purpose, working on goals, working on shit that they want to work on, and just having a woman to come and say, hey, I see you are working late. Do you need me to do anything to help you? Right? Do you want to talk about the process? Even that. I just made you a quick sandwich. I just made you something to drink. Even asking about, hey, how your day going? Because I think that's the part that's missed. A lot of men, and I talk about in my next book, we don't have the opportunity to express the fucked up shit that happened to us. No, if I have a bad work day, I can't come home to my girl and say, oh, my motherfucking boss did this and that. And she may listen at that point. She's like, this motherfucker complained too much. And that's just going to make her dry.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of men understand that, so they say, you know what, I'm just going to keep this shit in. And it be too fucked up. We can't express ourselves like that. So we have to do something action-based. And I think that's something that women miss. Women say, well, you never talk about your problems. This is because men are not talkers. We're action-based. So when I have problems, I solve the problems. I'm not going to talk about the problems. Women talk about problems. They process it. I don't want a solution. That's the thing I tell men. Stop trying to solve women problems. They come to you with problems. Just listen and process it.
Yeah.
They don't care about getting a problem solved.
They just want to express. They just want to express themselves.
That's just woman talk. That's just what it is. Men, we're more solution focused. We want to solve a problem. We got a problem, we solve it, we work towards it, and that's what it is. That's just the difference.
That's true.
That's for sure.
Now, let's go to the single life.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it's one of the things to where people think being single is bad. That's actually the time where you should be able to process shit from. If you had a previous relationship that ended, you probably need to take some time for yourself and just be by yourself. I challenge everyone to do this simple thing. You single, whether you single, you just had a breakup, or you single for a length of time. Go to movies or go to dinner by yourself. That'll actually teach you a lot, because you're able to go into a space and operate. Oh yeah, no problem. Go into that space and operate by yourself. See, most people was like, I never go out because I don't got nobody else to go out with me. Listen, when I go hang out and I call the fellas up, say y'all coming out, and they say, oh, I came, or something came up, I just still go out. I don't change my plans regarding that. If they come out, cool. If I got a date,
I don't even call the fellas. I just go out.
Right, yeah, and if I'm on a date and whatever, and they say, hey, I can't come, I still go.
Yeah.
I'm just still gonna do me. And so the thing about it is, a lot of people don't want to focus on themselves because a lot of people are afraid to be alone.
It's a scary.
And they don't. But when you got hobbies and you got goals and shit that you need to be doing, and you focus on, you being alone, you'll actually connect with yourself more. So when you actually get with someone, it's easier. So, too many people depending on other people for their happiness. That has to be your primary for self. And then when you meet somebody, it's an extension of yourself because you're with them when you're already happy. This is why most relationships fail.
It's
they go
just
into
the
the relationship and they say, this person ain't making me happy. That's not the person's job to make you happy. It's your own responsibility to make yourself happy, and they add on to the relationship, and then the both of you be happy together.
Definitely.
That's it.
Now, how I feel like that the reason why that do happen is because society make you feel like that if you are single, that is a problem.
Yeah. Something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Something must be wrong with you. So when you out here dating, you 40 and up.
Yeah.
Women say, dang, you decent looking. Your kids grown. You doing decent for yourself.
Why you ain't got no woman?
Why you ain't got no woman? What's wrong with you?
They gonna call them gay.
You gay?
That's
you a fuck boy?
You got the clap or something like that?
Right. What's wrong with you? Like,
I don't want it.
I can't just be
because of
single.
The mentality of women when it comes to that different. Women, and there's a study on this. Women are attracted to men who have women or potential to have women.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Women love. I got more action. When I used to wear my wedding ring, oh my God, I could meet a woman Monday and be in a bed with her Tuesday with that ring on. Because they already knew what it was. So if I called you or text you and said, hey, what you doing? Nothing. What's up? I might get a room. I meet you there.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
You know, I always
now that you single, it can't happen that way.
It's like the plague. Like,
I
touch him, but you know,
you better take me out on a date.
This is why
when I was married, you didn't give a fuck.
I always had this thing to don't post me on social media, right? Not because I'm trying to hide something. It's because
you know what's coming.
I look better next to somebody.
Yep.
When I'm standing by myself, I'm not getting the type of traffic and attention normally. But I've noticed if a motherfucker can identify me with somebody, they're coming.
They come.
You know what I'm saying? So a person can't quite fathom. It's like, oh, you probably just got some hoes, or you just don't want nobody to know.
Understand.
If I'm living everyday life with you outside of this bullshit that's going on,
you ought to know that I'm here for
you should already know that.
Yeah.
But then you post me. Now you bringing me all this unnecessary. You bringing me this unnecessary. You're not thinking about what this does for me.
Right.
Now, out of all of this traffic you done brought me,
not Sarah Loop.
I fuck around, crack something on this freeway that you started. Nah, it's my fault. No,
on the freeway.
You feel me? No, it's not my fault. Like I told you, keep me to yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with you having me to yourself.
But it's a double-edged sword with that though, and the double edge is women like men who other women want. But the thing about it is, your girl want every other woman to want you, but you don't want them. You want her for validation. It becomes a double-edged sword.
You fall on that motherfucker. Who gonna fall on it? Who gonna fall on it?
Yeah.
Not me. Goddamn. You gonna get what you're asking for. If anything, if I tell you don't do this, I'm telling you this for a reason. It's not coming from a connivance place. I just know. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to being the number 2.
That's because historically,
I'm used to being the one that motherfuckers slide off to. You know what I'm saying? I always avoided the number 1 spot. It was too much pressure up there, baby.
Too much responsibility.
And then you already know behind you it's 20 other niggas waiting to bat for the spot that you got. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem being number 2. Well, once upon a time, I ain't really with that shit now because I'm older. I ain't got the tolerance for the shit. But once upon a time, like, yes, I'm fine with being the side nigga. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, the dope boys who ain't got no time for they ladies at home, but in the street, fucking around. Oh man, that's gold.
Yeah,
that's gold.
You gonna have a drug dealer's come look for you.
Man, I mean, well, listen. If you so dope and you knew I knew your girl, 9 times out of 10, I done took your girl down Playboy, and I'm just keeping it gangster.
Message to the city.
Hey, I'm just keeping it gangster. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, and it's not hard work at all. Just somebody that they can talk to. That nigga gone, not paying no attention. You just somebody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? You put that extra little Alfredo sauce on him.
Oh shit! He calling me a bad guy, man.
Hey, listen, bro. It's a difference. See, when
what, you
I was
change?
Listen, when I was out being a slime ball, you was at home with the family. It's a big difference. Now I'm trying to go home to the family, and you dancing on the ceiling, Michael Jackson. I don't understand. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, look. I've been married, man. I got married at 22 years old.
That's young.
You know what I'm saying? 22, 10 years, and then after that, in and out of relationships for the last 7, 8 years.
That shit.
I've never been single for real.
Yeah.
I had money when I was 21.
Yeah,
you gotta do that
yeah,
for a little bit.
Never been,
you know.
I've always had the anxiety of, like I say, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I've always had the anxiety, like committing myself to something and possibly seeing something else that had caused me to break my commitment at a young, feeble age. Like, that shit was just poison to me, bro. I'm not gonna do that.
With the plug love.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do it. Feel me? So, you know, I done been like I said, I done been the side nigga. Like, every time I try to be the main nigga, like, that shit goes haywire, upside down, inside out. So
nah, this a good one right here.
Okay.
The savage side of a woman. What's that?
Oh, that toxic shit.
Okay.
You know what we talking about?
Stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought the savage side, it was gonna be the manly woman, the one that's fuck this. I'm about to fuck how many niggas I want to fuck, and I'm about to get them for their money and this and that.
Yeah, that's part
that
of it too.
That all plays a part in it.
That plays a part in it, you know. And that mentality is a mentality, right? Like, I'm gonna do the same shit that men do. Good luck with that. I mean, you may feel like you winning, you know, for a short amount of time, but in the long run, you're not gonna win.
Why?
Cause stereotypes. So she like, I'm just gonna be fucking these niggas out here like this. Do the same shit men do. I'm gonna play on you. It's the stereotype, the presentation of what society say a woman should be, and once you play with that, you can't get that back.
You can't get that back.
You can't get ran through by the hood and then get married and then everybody go look at you and say you. That it's just not gonna happen.
To everybody else. Damn, dog. You just wiped the neighborhood house.
Yeah, right. But I'm gonna tell you some real shit. This is why, if you look at, you do online dating, you always would get chicks in different cities and different counties, because everybody in that county know what it is.
So now, did you watch our show Wednesday?
Yeah.
Did you see the debate about the women sleep with
many men and like, yeah,
and then guys sleep with 20.
Yeah.
What's your perspective on that? Because what you just said really was what I was saying, that a man don't want to hoe.
Right.
A knowing hoe. Now, if he don't know, then that's one thing. But a knowingly hoe, he don't want to be with her.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I would say women, if you're a hoe and you know you're a hoe, don't let them know you're a hoe. And if you want to reform from that, just reform from it.
Quietly.
But, quietly.
Quietly.
You know what I'm saying? And if that's your intentions, then cool. But the mentality is gonna be fucked up because what we're gonna think is like, damn, she slept with 100 dudes. They done plowed through that. We still want the mentality of that you're innocent to some degree, even we don't know you're not that.
Right.
You have some sort of purity.
Right.
Some sort of purity.
But we still want a tad bit of hoe in you.
Right.
Because we still want to do a nasty thing. Right.
Yeah,
for us.
Because it's like, damn, where the fuck you learn that thing from? Anyway, and then you just gotta keep going, right? But the thing about it is like, well, shit, you just kind of doing that too good. You know what I'm saying? You
had too much practice.
You had too much practice with that one.
Yeah, like you got a gag on that or nothing.
You ain't do nothing. So it's the perception of that. So the dude that's with 20 women, those 20 women, they will all fuck that dude because he can get women. That's what we talk about.
Damn.
The woman that's sleeping with 10 dudes, they're gonna be disgusted at that. So that's the stereotype we talked about earlier. It's just a stereotype. You can't change. You're not gonna change that.
That's the reality.
It's the reality of it. Like you said, it's the reality of it.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, Polo L, I stand. I mean, I didn't go agree. I didn't go against you. I didn't go against you because me. If I know you're a hoe, no, I'm not gonna attempt to wife you. If you look good enough, I'm gonna try to hit that.
Right.
But me bringing you to the crib like, hey man, this my girl, and it's like I might not can make it around the block without a nigga say, hey, what's up, you girl? Nah, bitch, we gotta go home.
Hey, look, I actually got a homeboy. So I had talked to him after the show, and he was like, dog, I actually was in the midst of something like that.
Okay.
Where he was dating this girl, and he brought her to his basketball game.
And everybody know her, huh?
And two of the guys on his basketball team, she fucked.
Her son play ball?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Talking about.
Oh, okay. You just mean
talking about he play.
Okay. Gotcha.
So
gotcha.
two other guys on his basketball team, two of the starters. He like, yeah, what up, y'all? And then his boys like, they didn't even know each other like that. So it wasn't like that they ran her. It was two separate occasions. And he's like, oh, dog, that's blah, blah. And then the other like, oh, what up, dog? That's so-and-so. Her name is blah, blah, blah. And then he looking like, damn.
Yeah.
Knowing hoe, right? So you was, that's why I went stage. So I asked, how do I find out? Now, if she tell me like, baby, look, I was a hoe back in the day. All right, well, but if
I know how to marginalize where I take you.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But now
with your man's, or just a guy that you don't even know. Like if y'all don't really know each other, but he's like, bro, you know I fucked your girl, and my homeboy did too, and we ran bustos on her. You'll be like, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you're looking at her different. So it matters on how it get to you towards her being a hoe.
But is that ego based? Because we are
built off of ego.
We are. Because what if behind doors she
take care of you?
Take care of you like a motherfucker. Cook for you.
You gotta wait on my
rub your motherfucking feet. You know what I'm saying? Just can't go. We can only date outside the city.
So what would you do?
Me?
You did know she was a hoe, but then it come out she out here taming everybody like.
She done took down a couple of the homies.
But she take care of you though. She take care of you good, swell.
You don't miss no meals.
She done had a lot of experiences.
My perception, I'm gonna say a no go with that one because I think if it even comes to life, it's too much. You know what I'm saying? If everywhere we go, motherfuckers know you,
it's too much.
It's too much.
It's too much.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that no chicks ain't busting nothing down before they get to me. In my mind, I already believe that to some degree, right? But if it get back to me in that way, there may be a little bit too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I mean, even though that the city not big, but it's like it's still so many thousands, and two of them came to me saying you done did this. So I mean, goddamn it, woman, how many?
You better ask your uncles and cousins.
Yeah.
You go to the family reunion, take her, motherfuckers like.
Hey, nephew, let me try you for a minute. Come to the kitchen for a real quick, nephew. Come help me with this plate.
What you gonna do with that?
Damn.
You like, oh, why did you ask me to come and help you with your plate?
Boy, you with a hole out there, boy. Boy, you with a.
Nephew, let me tell you something. That one right there. Boy. me and your uncle, boy.
What you gonna do with that one?
Me and my auntie.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying you. She come in and your uncle, he done smashed it. And your other uncle done smashed it too.
I can't even. Nah.
I got a question for you. How do you feel about monogamy? Do you feel like that is natural?
No. Nah, I'm not. When I say it's not natural, I'm not saying that I operate in that realm. I just don't believe it's natural. It's another side of perspective that I see, like married women cheating, doing all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I get to see that part, and then I understand like a man could be committed and love his woman to death, and what women are not gonna like what I'm about to say next. Every now and then, he just wants something else. Don't mean he don't love you. Don't mean he don't want to be with you. Don't mean he want to be committed. It's just no matter how great you think your cooch is, it becomes redundant, and you can do everything else. It's not going to change because he's going to see something else and like it. He may not want to be with it.
He just want to test drive it one time.
He just want to test drive it one time.
It's kind of like
so it doesn't mean he don't love you. So I think a lot of women don't really get that, and the same thing with women. They get tired of the same pipe. They want something different. This is why you get married women that cheat. They swing. They do a lot kind of weird shit.
So what I tell women is this: women love and a man love is different.
Yep. Woman
love is, I love you, I cherish you, I'll never do anything to hurt you, this and that, right? Excuse me. Man's love is, say what? That's broke. Don't worry about it.
Yep. I fix it.
Say what, you hungry? All right, so I feed you. Say what, you got a flat tire? All right, here I come, baby. Don't worry about it. Or I might send a tow truck. Say what? Don't worry about nothing. A man will tell you in the morning, I love you. At 4 o'clock, go and fuck somebody. At 12 o'clock, die for you.
Yep.
That's love. Yep. But then she not gonna worry about the part where he died for you. But he cheated on me. He don't love me.
All right.
This motherfucker just came to a house with 10 guys in it, and he knew 10 guys was in there to check a dude for you.
Right.
He put his life on the line, obviously, because he dead. But just because he fucked somebody at 4 o'clock, you feel like that this man did not love you.
Yeah.
That's not our love.
Right.
Our love is to take care of you.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that if I step out that I do not love you. I still love the hell out of you. Right. I would die for you.
Right.
But I need some other kind of sex sometimes.
Pass it all, boy.
Yeah. And so that's the thing with it's the perception, right? Because women understand when I love a man, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. And so if he loved me, he would still do that same X, Y, Z.
Or if he loved me, he won't do this, that, and the third.
Right. And that's not what it is. It's action based. So when the dude changed the light bulb, like you said, when he make sure you safe and do the tires and all this and provide and protect for you, that's his love. He don't necessarily have to tell you I love you. But women want to hear that because that's their love. You know what I'm saying? So it's people perception of love. Men and women perception of love is totally different.
Sometimes it's not about cheating. That it is the Oh man. Damn, B. I feel like I set you up, B.
Yeah,
my bad, B.
Cold for you, man. Listen up the book.
That's cool. I got plenty of other ones, though.
Brutally and even worse of embarrassment. So what she is saying that that it's the embarrassment for the most part that hurts worse than the actual cheating.
I can agree with that.
So now, question.
Yeah.
Would you rather for that man to
Sneak and do it?
nope to tell you like, hey, look, I like sleeping with other women. Would you be okay with that? And then if a woman do come back and say, yo nigga been cheating with me, would you rather for you to have that ups be like, yeah, I know, your name is Tamala, and you live here, and then she looking like, oh,
that's right. Niggas a gangster.
So
right.
So would you rather have it like that, or would you rather have the embarrassment, or just would you be okay with that? Yeah. So God dang it.
You know, this right here, it kind of, I'm not gonna say ruins me on relationships because
So you gonna kick my butt?
really,
I got another one.
really, and if you believe in evolution, if you believe in change, then you know that it happens. It happens on your end. It happens on the female's end. Sometimes she might want something different, even if it ain't in the physical sense.
Right.
Maybe she just want to be around a different energy. Maybe somebody that can make her laugh more, or somebody she can have different conversations with. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like one person can ever be somebody's all.
So you feel like that's selfish to ask that? So if a woman was to say, we together, and I want you sleeping with no more poom except this box right here for you, mister.
It's only selfish if you're trying to you're trying to get me to agree to that, and you're doing something the opposite behind closed doors.
Right.
That's the only way it becomes selfish. Now, if that's a desire of yours and you can maintain that desire on your end as well, then I call it fair game.
Yeah.
That's a person who knows what she want.
Yeah.
She can stand tall on her beliefs, and you know what I'm saying.
You feel like it's selfish for her just to ask you,
No.
and she's doing it too as well.
No,
It's not.
I don't feel like- no.
It's not selfish.
It's really a sacrifice. To be honest with you, because she ultimately has that option to do that. You know what I'm saying? But if she wanted to shut it down and really just do this with you and stick to that, I call it fair game. I think it's pretty gangster.
So that means no male friends. That means no play friends or play cousins. Because if you're gonna ask for that, because at the end of the day, you shouldn't be getting no attention from no other dude if you're asking the dude to be that way to you.
I mean, but in reality, if she got to go outside them four walls every motherfucking day, she's gonna get all of that. So can you maintain the same level of strength you maintain indoors on the outside? Can you bypass that shit? No, I don't need no friends. Or no, I don't need to have no conversation with you. I got my nigga at home.
Should be able to if you asking for that.
Yeah.
But
Because you gotta look at this. You gotta look at it. The perception of what cheating is. People have different perceptions of what that is. Some people like, oh, you texting somebody is emotional.
Yeah.
See, for us, why when women cheat, we look at it and be like, damn, she really like that nigga because it had to be something emotional.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That runs a little bit deeper than just getting banged out.
Yeah.
Because if she like, man, I just wanted a different nut by something else. I'm not saying you would kind of understand that.
Yeah.
But the fact that you cheated with a dude and it was this emotional back and forth and he made you feel a certain way, you like, I'm good as a guy.
You know what, Red? In reality, see now, and we had this conversation last Tuesday, Red.
Hold on, so let me say this because she had responded to what I had asked.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
She said definitely want to know before the chick comes to her.
Oh, okay, right.
Oh yeah,
Right,
like so
yeah.
she knows. So she
Right,
she
right.
not surprised or shocked by it.
Yeah.
That.
Right.
So now I'm gonna ask you another question. Then I'm gonna let him say on the other
comment.
Right. Comment. So you would be okay with your dude going out and you not going somewhere, or would you start moving how you want to move from then on? Okay,
And that question is to Micah.
Micah?
Yeah. Okay. Red, we was having this conversation actually on Winter's Wonderland. Can men and women be platonic friends with nothing else in between?
I said no.
Al said no. I said yes. Because I don't necessarily desire to fuck every woman that I come across. Will I? Maybe.
So you just answered it.
I mean, will I? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Just to be doing some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Just to be doing
hey,
some
listen,
shit.
an idle mind is the devil's playground.
Don't give you no extra time.
So don't give me no extra time. I just might. But initially, no, I don't want to have sex with every woman that I come across.
I agree with you.
Because every woman don't.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Most of the time, your female friend became your female friend because you had sex with her.
I think a lot of my female friends just came, like, you know what I'm saying? It was, I don't know if it was any type of motive behind it, but we just shared a few conversations, see each other frequently or whatever.
No,
hey,
I'm not
what
saying
up, what up?
that it just can't.
Yeah.
I'm just saying for a guy, most of the time, that female friend came your friend because y'all didn't have sex, y'all done messed around, and y'all see that y'all are better just friends than still sex partners.
For me,
or
sex has
everything to do with it.
tore down a lot of
Friendships.
But we were just talking about that.
trying to fuck a friend and keep it friends.
So that's kind of the point where we're saying, like, it's usually some attraction there from the dude, right? Because if you listen, if the only reason if a guy's trying to be a friend with a lady, he's gonna go shopping with her, he's gonna do all this other shit that men don't do, and he gonna say I don't want sex. So if
Sport coat.
right, so if a woman really want to know if they, because women are claiming I've been knowing him for 7 years and he never tried nothing. Call him over, get naked, and ask him do he want it. Right.
Men will play dormant for 10, 15
years.
20 years.
That's true.
And then slip up, be like,
That's true.
I got it. Right.
Yeah.
So you
finally got that
I got
motherfucker.
it.
for a chick, so she called a dude over, get naked, and say, "Hey, do you want this?" If he say no because we friends, then that's your friend.
That's your friend.
But if he say yes, he's not really your friend.
No, he
Because
just,
it's an attraction piece. So unless he know you just got a bad STD or something, he like I never
Right.
touch her.
Right.
right.
If you attractive and you got whatever going on, you know he's just orbiting. He's just around till you slip up. That's it. No, I don't know too many guys that just want to hang around women just to hang around.
And you know what's crazy? Like, I talk on the phone. Well, I don't talk on the phone mainly, but a lot of my interactions is with females, be it they in relationships or not. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Have you smashed all of them?
no.
No. Do you want to?
A couple maybe.
So you done made a point.
Hey, you know it.
So you laying dormant.
He was just drawing it out.
Right. So friends, y'all hear that? Open
He
your
was just
legs.
drawing it out.
A couple maybe.
Open your legs, nigga. I'm sticking it.
A couple maybe. But in that accent, and to that point, if they don't initiate it, I'm not going for it.
Right. So, but it goes to my point. To me, like for me, my woman, the guy friends, you gotta let that go. And it's not that I'm even controlling. I just know their intentions. If you want to play dumb and act like you don't know what their intentions are,
Then you already know.
You already know. So you're playing an angle for something that you feel like you want out of it. That's because you don't need that. That's the point where I'm saying like being married. You know, you're gonna have guy friends and you still be doing this.
Now I can say that I dated a girl with a woman that really had a male friend. Like she really would not mess with him in that kind of way. They have never, and I was okay with it. So I can't say I would just peep out the situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would just sit back and just observe what's going on, and then, like you had said earlier, just go from your gut. You know what I'm saying? And if things don't seem right, come on now.
And I think there are exceptions to things like that, but don't act like it was never any attraction, never there
in the first place.
Because that's how y'all became friends.
But a guy, yeah. So maybe over time, nothing happened, and then it get to the point where it was like, well, nothing happened. I mean, I got female friends like that. Nothing happened, but it ain't like we ain't never slept in the bed together, drunk or something, and it just didn't happen. So it was like, hey, we just cool. But to act like it's just something totally platonic,
right?
And it's like, oh, I met you, and we just friends, and nobody ever had a thought, or nobody ever. And a lot of times, maybe women don't really know that the guy's really thinking that.
Some women are
naive
to the fact
yeah.
to where they don't understand. Like honestly, I found myself telling a lot of women, like, you don't see this, like
you got to be playing. This
right,
you don't
like,
see this.
you
yeah.
have to be like playing. Like, you don't see that this guy. Well, no, I'm serious. You don't. This nigga wanna fuck you.
You see that you see that in the plants a lot.
Yeah,
I come from the plant background, so you see that a lot. Like, you'll be talking to, and you see like this one
work
or two.
wise, work husband.
Yeah. You know, you see the ones who coming around who just, you know what I'm saying, wants to make sure that I'm giving you some attention.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, just because, and it's like, oh, that nigga like you. The fuck is he coming way over here to say what's up to you for?
Yeah,
whole
you know
side of the plant.
You this nigga to walk miles. You hear about the plant nigga?
Hey, I worked for the postal service and the plant before, so I know that plant work. Hey, your supervisor be hating on you. Hey, go over there and do that. Soon as he see you talking to a chick, hey, go over there. Come on there. You know them supervisors.
Like, damn, nigga,
trying to get on.
You ain't asked me this all day, motherfucker. You gonna wait till I get here to do that? And you know what? And let me tell you, because maybe the more I had these conversations, the more I realize how naive to the fact that I've always been. Even if I have little, like, even the buzz, like, intuition wise, it's like, damn, shit really is like this. You know what I'm saying? But you will let a motherfucker tell you, nah, it ain't like that, to the point where he's like, it ain't like that.
So now she say cheating is not in my character, so I don't need to change how I move because he messed up. So question, would you still be with that man?
And would you be okay with no longer having any type of male attention outside of the one guy?
Say you are married and you had a baby on your wife, and she ends up pregnant by someone else some years later.
Say it one more time.
Would you stay?
Say it one more time. Say that one more time.
You want to hear it again?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I want to hear that again. I heard it, but I want to hear it again.
What I'm tell you. So Reginald, that's my brother.
What's up, Red?
Whatever.
Say you are married.
Uh-huh.
And had a baby on your wife.
Uh-huh.
And she ends up pregnant by someone else.
So they both had babies.
Years later,
shit.
Would you stay? I'm gonna say hell, fuck no.
So I'm gonna give a different perspective. If you don't mind.
Go for it.
All right.
Yeah, I would like to hear yours. Because
so I'm pretty staunch and pretty hard with certain things, and it's like, damn, you had a baby on me, right? But he had the baby first.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like maybe she just had the baby because the shit he did. Now,
so we doing tit for tat right here.
It sounds like a tit for tat. I mean, but if it's years, go ahead. I'll let you.
No, it's still tit for tat.
If it's years later, she probably just stumbled across some dick that she liked, my nigga. It may not be a tit for tat thing. It may turn into something where maybe you did, because I don't give a fuck. If a nigga had a baby outside of his marriage, 9.5 times out of 10, he did not want that baby. Okay. Majority of the reason being,
unless he don't
want to come home and tell his wife that he got a baby on the outside.
Yeah, right.
Now, if that happens, and then a couple of years later say you did it, I wouldn't even call it a tit for tat. She stumbled across somebody that she liked. Yeah. She maybe had the nigga in the cut, kept him at bay. But once that happened, let the nigga in,
got too comfortable. Boom. Do I want to tear my family up? I don't know. Do I want to tear my family up behind that?
So right. So I guess the big question would be, do she still want to be with him or not? Because if she want to be with him, it's a tit for tat. If she don't, she just ran across some good dick.
That's gangster.
So me,
You out anyway. A bitch is breathing in another direction, not another nigga. My nigga ass still happened.
Sound like me. Oh, you breathe wrong. You look wrong. Yeah, I'm good.
yeah. Okay, so you want that attention? Go ahead,
Go ahead,
and
man.
enjoy yourself. I love you.
Yeah.
Pat you on your ass. All right.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah. So me,
This ride is over with.
yeah, most definitely. I'm going to find another nigga ride this one. You hear me? Now, with me, I'm gonna say, damn. So this what we doing? We doing tit for tat?
You gonna have another baby, huh?
Right. We gonna have another.
You finna up the skull.
Really?
You
So
finna-
right.
So
So
go out and have twins on her.
You finna throw up 81 real quick.
so now.
You finna score 81 real quick.
Oh man.
So one in my head, so I'm gone.
got my
right?
eyes burned, man.
So in my head, so I'm gone, right?
You through?
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm done.
But I'm about to fuck with her though, right? So
He gonna make it a whole game.
yeah. So this what we doing? Like
So now it's hunting games now with you.
so now, so can I go and have another one? Can I go and have another one and fuck it, just bring her in and just enjoy this big party? Like, what the fuck? Because it's tit for tat out here.
You've been asking for like threesomes since we started. I hear that. You've been asking that. I've been listening to it.
Anyway,
You ran the circle around it. And
So-
now he found a legal loophole.
Illegal loophole. Exactly.
I'm listening like he's about to go into that threesome lane.
Oh shit! No,
Oh, that was slick.
Oh baby.
That was slick.
No, so me, I don't know if you've been watching the previous shows, but I feel like one woman could not please me.
Okay.
It's almost like keep on doing something and just bang your head.
At
And-
what point did you come into that? When did you realize that?
When I finally fell in love, because I wasn't in love with my wife, right? But when I fell in love, and like you just said, probably about like 20 minutes ago, that a man can be in love with you and still want other women, and it's certain urges that, to me, some men can fight off better. But when you a certain kind of dude, like I just said earlier, me and my brother standing there at a club, woman just come up and just grab my arm and just start talking to me.
Yeah.
And he like, shit, you know? I'm like, I don't know this damn woman.
Yeah.
Like it gets through at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie and tell a woman, look, I'm going to just be with you when I know I can't.
So I'll say this in a defense of women. It depends on the woman and how she carries herself. Like, so I'll say this. You got certain women that demand a certain respect how they move, right? I'm not even talking about a money thing, whatever.
Right.
You know, if I cheat on her, it's over with. But she has to put those qualifications there for men to understand. And it's not even something that's spoken. It's not even something that's said. It's how you carry and conduct yourself. So when you're like that and you meet a woman like that, we all know the difference between a chick we can say, hey, we're going to Taco Bell or go to a Chinese spot to get something to eat, right, on the first date. And then we meet certain women who not what they say, how they carry themselves, and you like, you know what? I'm just gonna set up a nice dinner date for her, make reservations. It's just a different level of respect that's given based on what's given out. And so when those kind of women, like you were saying, if you meet that kind of woman, you understand, hey, I'm not gonna cheat on her because how she conduct herself, how she carry herself. I'm not gonna get anything else like that.
You feel like how women.
I ain't saying that's me. I'm just saying.
No.
Okay.
So, but what you are explaining, how some women feel when they meet me, like I can change him, like I can be that woman. Like a lot of women say, well, the only reason why you feel that way because you ain't met the right one. So is that what you explaining right there?
I ain't saying they are when they say that to you.
Right.
I'm just saying we're talking in actuality. A woman that's actually about that. A presence, like a certain man walk in the room, a certain presence, right? How tall are you?
6'4".
You 6'4". You walk in the room, you probably demand some more attention, right? Because it's a presence.
Right.
So when you talk about the woman come and talk to you, she's like, oh, he's 6'4", this. Let me see what's up with that.
You're really the prototype for real.
You know what I'm saying?
You're really the prototype.
So she seen that. She had been there, right, before you was there. She could have walked up to anybody else, but so that means when you walked in, it was something about you that demanded a certain attention. There's women like that,
right? And
so we know, regardless, people know. Every dude know this. The dudes they could play around, the women they could play around with, and the women they can't play around with. And they're not. You meet a certain woman, you like, oh, you know what? Yeah, she ain't going for no Chinese spot. I'm gonna make reservations, do X, Y, Z. I ain't sending her all kind of crazy ass texts. You just know it.
So now I'm gonna tell you this. I felt that way. Like I said, I fell in love 2 times. With me falling in love, after a year and a half, 2 years, that goes away.
Shit.
It does. What's that?
It do?
Yeah.
So
for me, after a year and a half, 2 years, that fades away, and then so I don't know if I just get
bored quick,
right,
or if I
you probably get bored quick, because I get bored quick too. But the thing about it is, what's the overall goal? See, people don't realize women get bored quick too. Women get bored quicker than men.
Okay.
Low key. So, I think from the man perspective, we think like, oh, we do X, Y, Z, this, and she need to be into me. I never think that. My idea, my thought is, I could wake up tomorrow with my girl and she could say, I don't want to be with you. I have to be okay with that. That's my mentality.
Gotta be okay with that.
So, it makes it easier for me to navigate, because it's like, hey, I don't, even if I do everything you want, you may wake up and realize, I want my life to be this way. You actually have that right.
I don't want that. I don't want my life to be in this direct. Like I
you got the right to do that.
I tried this direction. It was all right for a minute, but now I want different. I don't see you in the next phase of that.
And it ain't even nothing bad. People have the option of choice. And I think sometimes we think if a person get married or in a relationship, they need to be on this line of thought that you need to be committed to me and do everything for me and this. And that's fantasy. That's not reality. We all have personalities. We have life events. We change, and what we feel yesterday, we don't feel today. I can eat the shit out of ramen noodles, and then I'm like, I want to fucking steak tomorrow.
Everything that you're preaching right now, I've
been saying for the past
2 months, 2-3 months.
You've been saying that for the past 2-3 months.
Yeah, like
real life.
That's just the reality of things. Is that relationship to me, just in general, it is a fantasy.
It can be, but it could be a reality too if people actually look at the truth of things and operate from that truth. That my partner's always not going to look the best. My partner's always going to be my perception of what I want them to be. My partner is not going to be doing everything perfect when I'm not doing everything perfect. And it's just kind of, I don't even like using compromise because they throw that around too much. It's just being a reality, understanding that people change.
People change.
The successful people, you can talk about people that's married 60 years. I guarantee you somebody cheated in those 60 years. The thing about it is they didn't put their business out and they worked through it.
Exactly.
So people have a perception. Oh, this person been married for 20
They
years.
understood.
And they never cheated on it.
They understood
Trust
what
me,
was on the
Trust me,
line.
my grandmama,
Grandma was
my
hoeing in the day.
granddaddy, and he ain't, and they was just perfect. They still together right now. That don't mean that they didn't go through anything.
Grandma
your-
was hoeing.
if your grandma was
families on the other block.
If your grandma was out here in these streets, your grandma was getting dipped, double platinum, okay?
Throwing that thing in a circle.
And granddaddy had kids on the west side.
Oh, no, the next block.
Oh, this is before social
Across the
media.
street,
Yeah, so,
across the street.
so a nigga could. Is it 4 houses down?
Yeah.
Like,
And grandma was like, "That's your baby too. I'm gonna take care of that baby because it's my baby."
Straight up. But yet and still, was shit
I
like
ain't saying
that.
it's right. I'm
When
just
shit
saying,
like that
but
was
it's
going
reality.
on,
It's
when
reality.
shit like that was going on, the world was a whole lot bigger. And opportunities was a whole lot less. You had to go out and get your motherfucking feet dirty in order to get that type of traction.
And that's what we talking
And
about.
around them times when it was nothing but men out in the field, hustling, trying to make their way for their family, you gonna come across Pearl Lynn who out in the bar.
He said Pearl
You
Lynn.
feel me? Right out in the bar.
You
Wow.
was back in the 60s and 70s. That was a great name.
You know
what
the
I'm
joke,
saying?
right? The joke. Any woman, sorry ladies out here, but any woman she got that extra attached name, Mary Ann Pearl Lynn.
You from that way, baby, for sure. But like I said, like times, and you know what? Times have changed.
Yeah.
Now the playing field has leveled out.
It's laughing at.
The same opportunities that, because you see 4 out of 5 women, we outside. Well, what you outside for? What you
Hot
going?
girls,
What you going outside for? What you really going outside for?
Throwing that thing in a circle.
Cause you ain't picking no motherfucking weeds.
So-
What you going outside for?
So, question:
Talk to me, B. Talk to me, B.
New dating era.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you date for the future?
Me specifically, or just people?
Just in general. Let me kind of hit on it before you answer. Do you date for the future? Meaning, if everybody have 10 times as many options now than before, because like our previous said that you actually had to go to Starters to meet somebody at Starters. Now you can be laying in your bed. Women can have a bonnet on. Guy can have his face fully
The do-rag.
bearded, do-rag. He looked like shit in the bed too. But your profile picture still stylish as fuck.
Right.
You laying in
Real
bed and you hitting people up, bang, 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 bang. A woman and a man can set up 10 different dates while laying in the bed now.
Right. Right.
So now, with that being said, I can break up with a girl and then have a date tomorrow and they ain't even left the house.
Same day.
Same day. And girl the same.
Girl, same.
Do you date for the future or do you just enjoy the moment?
I think most people, whether single, married, or whatever, you enjoy the moment. Future's not guaranteed for none of us.
No, not at all.
Okay?
So even if you married, just enjoy the moment.
Enjoy the moment, because guess what?
Damn.
Person could wake up and say, I would want a divorce. I'm not even talking about the back of whatever they're doing. It's just people moods change. And it sounds so easy when I say it, but it's reality.
It's reality.
Like, people moods change, people perception of life change. And so you live in a moment, you enjoy that moment, and you just hope that moment is continuous. You hope that I'm in a moment and the present turns to the future, and that becomes the current moment. But if you say, oh, in 20 years we gonna be so-and-so, you don't know. You don't know about job loss. You don't know about family problems. So why even focus on that? You focus on what's going on now. The same thing in life. You can't work. I mean, you could plan for it, right? But
shit might not go
it
as
might
planned.
not go as planned. But you
So
you
now,
enjoy
how
it.
hard is that for women when it comes down to them like preparing their life towards them wanting to be married, having kids, and just wanting a future with someone? Like, for those that's listening right now that just listened to this conversation for the last 5-10 minutes, and they like, damn. So should I even have a child
Yeah.
with a man if they haven't had one? Like, what the fuck do I do? Do I just mingle or do I?
No,
Because everything is just so microwavable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is ding done. All right, and I don't want you no more.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna move on.
So I've heard horror stories from married women. The most information you can get is a woman that's divorced. They'll tell you everything.
Yeah, orange juice for me, B.
They'll,
Shit.
they'll tell you everything. And so even in the dating world, here's the thing why I write the way I write. Because you have women now in their 40s and 50s. They were recently married 20, 30 years. It's so many women now that's in the dating market that they were married for 20, 30 years. Now they're in this. They didn't grow up in this new age dating. They were the old school traditional. The dude went to the house, talked to the parents.
Kids are overrated. Why you use a butthole?
Who said that?
Right.
You said kids are overrated.
Kids are overrated. Boy, you crazy.
So you know, it was a different thing. They had to go to the home. They had to go on dates, and then you solidify it like that. Now, those same people that was married then, because you have a lot of women now, their husband died in the dating market. Like a lot of women now that's in the dating market, divorces and death from their partners, male partners. Okay, so now they're out here dating, and they like, what the hell is going on? Because I'm not used to this. What's going on?
Yeah.
So as far as that,
I've seen that a lot too.
yeah, it's a lot. So it's very prevalent. And so the thing about it is, focusing on a moment. But if you actually want to be that, you have to work on that before. I do grappling. I could just go to the gym and grapple and without no previous training.
Right.
Working out, cardio, whatever.
Yeah.
It just won't work.
You still gotta
You know what I'm
know
saying? So
how to grapple.
yeah, well, it's a basic and never leave you. But the thing about it is take a boxer that could box, and he's not. Floyd Mayweather is just a whole different thing, and this is why I bring this up because he's constantly training. Most boxers don't train until 4 or 5 months before the fight. But if you didn't, you're gonna get knocked out.
Yeah.
It don't matter if you know how to box. The cardio and everything has to line up with what the skill set is. So for women, if they want men and they want to be married, you have to do everything for the skill set. So if you single, you need to be cleaning your home. You need to be cleaning your car. You need to be doing things that's going to make you presentable as a wife. If that's what you want. If you don't want to be that, then don't do it.
Keep throwing that thing in a circle.
If that's what you want, then
If
that's
you-
what you want.
If you can give all of my males that's watching right now some sort of advice, what would you give them?
I would say focus on yourself, focus on your dreams and goals, and if it's as far as women, they will come. With your success and what you, and not even a big level of success. It's just women are attracted to this motherfucker be working every day, and I asked him to come over, but I can't because he working on this craft. That holds a lot of weight because he's not giving his craft up for me, which is going to create an attraction. But if every time she say, "Hey, I want to come over," and you stopping your shit,
That mean you gullible. That mean I can have my way with you. Trust and believe me. If it come up for me to come fuck you or go to the studio, bitch, I'm going to the studio.
go to the stew.
And I'm gonna be there all night. If you up when I leave, then we'll hook up.
So you gotta do your craft. You gotta focus on yourself.
Now I hear you say that, right? But then at the same time, a lot of women, like I was asking women, like, hey, would you date a guy that make $40,000? It was like, hell no.
They lying. They date dudes with no job.
I feel like that's a fucking lie.
They
feel like-
date dudes with no job.
I
They
feel
date
like-
dudes with no ambition.
I feel like if you give them an option of judging what the pay scale is, of course they'll say no.
Gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying? But it's
Listen, hold on.
who walk around
let me say this and I clarify
making
this.
80 mil.
Let-
I mean 80,000. I like just out of random, like, come on, out of 10 niggas and you done seen riding up 6 Mile in the grass. How many?
I say
That's
this.
true.
You gonna go who riding the Charger or the Chally? You know what I'm saying? That's the closest thing to glamour for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead, brother. My fault.
Yeah, you could. I think it's two worlds. I think social media content created two worlds. We have reality, what we know, and then you have the perception of what people putting out, and I think it's a dichotomy between those two things, right? So here's the thing: a lot of women, they didn't care about a guy making 100,000 until content creators put this out, and women kind of go with the trend of what's going on. So it was like, oh, this is what women want. This, and women say, yeah, we do want that. We do want that, and not to make it seem like women can't think for themselves. It's just when you have so much shit in the market, women tend to buy that. That's consumers. Women are consumers. Men don't consume as much.
No.
So when you actually have ideas and things putting out, when you got beauty, I think that's the fucked up shit. Standards of beauty for women, it fuck women up because women think I need to buy this to look this way, and then fucks up their natural self-image of what they could be or should be. But then also when it comes to dating practices, it's like, hey, we put this out here and this is what women want. And most of us know this bullshit. You sit up here and you take a woman on a date, no matter how much money you make, and she like you, it's no problem. But now all of a sudden, all these women want men with all this money. When I've seen a lot of these women, they dudes with no job.
Was just happy that a nigga was at the crib.
6 kids. He got 6 kids. She don't got no kids. Making 80,000. Do you know how often I see that? Women in professions fuck with dudes. Listen, I'm gonna tell you a story. When I was graduate OU, I went to Oakland University. It was women at OU, and it was even white women. They would go down to Detroit just to try to get dudes from the hood. That's what they wanted.
They should have came and got me.
They should have. I would have had you come up to the school.
Hey, y'all would have had
Come up to the school.
Shit, I'm out still. What up?
But my point is this: I say this maybe when I was young. No, I didn't ever really think this. I don't believe that women truly care about money like that.
Really?
No, it's not about the money. It's about the attention.
About the look. It's about the attention.
The look. I would even put sex over money, and I brought this up. Bill Gates.
Boom.
Right? Bill Gates got a divorce, right? And Bezos got a divorce, right?
Boom. Boom.
You know one thing that their wives probably wouldn't have left them if it was happening, if they was piping their wives down. Because they already got money. Money don't mean nothing to them.
Paul McCartney.
They're not going to change their last names because guess what? That name is money.
It holds weight.
It holds weight. So money is not a thing to those people because they have money. But attention and dick is. And I hate to put it like that because you can have a dude with no money that could dig a chick down with money and she'd be happy. She'd be with him.
Facts.
So the thing about it is not money. Because if it was money, those women would have stayed with them. So it's other things in their lives that they're missing. So maybe those dudes got side women anyway. All those rich dudes, they got side women anyway. But those things were missing, apparently. If they're supplying that, why would they leave a guy that's doing all that, the attention, the sex, and then the dude is some of the richest men in the world? It don't make sense. Logically, it don't make sense.
I mean, it brings it back to the, this is cool, but sometimes a motherfucker might want this. It don't mean they don't love you. It just means sometimes they want this.
And so you're going to see them with the milk boy. Those two women.
That's true.
They're going to get
the pool boy.
Pool boy?
How was the pool boy getting so much action? Nigga, you cleaning this pool for $10 an hour.
And that's just like a stereotypical trope, right? But it's real.
My nigga is a big stock investor. And the pool boy make $10 an hour. This stock investor ain't got no time to cater or build on what the fuck he's already built. Yeah. So when the pool boy comes, it's hot outside. He outside. He got the abs. Got the shirt open and shit. That's how he. But you know what I'm saying?
He got the extra energy
You
for
been
the
watching
day.
too many old pornos.
Hey, he had to take what's the name on this?
Yeah, too much salt.
Sleeping with the pool boy.
Too much salt porn on HBO, man.
If y'all got them VHSs, ain't no name on there or nothing, y'all know what it is.
Yeah, hey, look, man. Hey, man. Here on Still the Show, man. I just want to say, we try to keep everything fair and square, but we also is coming from a strong, solid male perspective. It may not be all the same perspective, but we stand on a strong male perspective, man. And you know what I'm saying? Here we want to thank you, bro, for coming out and sharing your story, man. Where can everybody find you at, man?
edfieldsofficial.square.site. Find me on that. edfieldsofficial@gmail.com.
And what's your current work that you pushing right now?
My current work is the cards you've been dealt. Play the game. I'm actually.
Did I just waste something on?
It's just wait some more. I get you another one, man. I got plenty of them, man. Go to the website, go get your book, and I'm open for discussion. Change my mind, show me where I'm wrong at. I'm open to that.
Give me your website one more time.
edfieldsofficial.square.site.
You on social media?
Yep, Red Fields on Facebook. My Twitter, I don't know what the hell that is. I just connect the Facebook to Twitter, but it's something like that.
Right.
Okay, my boy.
So can they find you on like the book on like Amazon or?
No, I do my own website,
Gotcha.
so they could get it on edfieldsofficial.square.site.
No middleman. No middleman involved.
No middleman.
All the money.
But more importantly, just putting ideas out there, putting perspectives out there, so
Right.
people could kind of navigate, differently. And it's one of those things where if it's beneficial, take the pieces out of it that's beneficial, and
Right.
if it's not, just kind of adjust that.
Yeah, sir.
So,
Any parting words for the good audience out there?
I appreciate you all for just being here, taking the time, checking out the podcast. Please like, subscribe, support these brothers. These brothers is working hard. They're doing their thing, and I love the setup. The setup is nice. Support these brothers, get their message out, and I appreciate all of y'all, because if y'all ain't here, we ain't here. You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely, man. We just want to say, man, you've been a gracious guest, man. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate what you bring to the culture. We appreciate you just out here offering your mind and your perspective, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of jaded perspectives out here. Your perspective comes from an original place, you know what I'm saying? You stand 10 toes down on it, man, and we appreciate it here, man.
thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
My boy.
Appreciate that.
One, I'm gonna say, I apologize for saying you only wrote 2 books. I didn't know about that.
I just let it go.
So
I just let it go.
I gotta fix that.
But I like it though. You hit the Facebook thing, and I was like, oh, that's nice. He hooked it up.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm cool with it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It was all good, man. That was a beautiful thing. I appreciate that.
That's
and
what's
just
up.
having me on. So
That's what's up.
I was just giving you a little shit with that.
No, but I want to say thank y'all for coming to Steal the Show. And overall, for me doing this show was because I love to get my perspective out and just give people a different point of view of a man when it comes down to reality and things like that. Throughout my shows, you'll hear me talk about the reality of things and not just what society wants you to believe and things like that. But it's all about, it is what it is. Like, people say that, but they don't necessarily live that, or they don't necessarily believe it.
Indeed.
And then they end up being hurt in the back end because you're not looking at reality. So one thing about Steel, which is me, is that when you watch this show, I'm always tell you the reality that I feel. It is what it is for real. So thank y'all for coming out, and I enjoyed y'all, all the comments. I know we didn't get to all of them. I tried to hit on some of them, but I know we missed some because we did have a great conversation. So thank y'all. Please still share, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to go on Podbean. Download the app so you can actually see the video. And also, when we go live, you can call in from there. Podbean. It's PODBEAN. Podbean. You can call in from there, and then we can hear you and everything like that. So I just want to say thank y'all, and thank you for coming out.
I appreciate
Yes,
it. Thanks for having me out, man. I had fun.
That's what's up. Now, we didn't have a technician day, so I got to go around and cut it off. So I enjoyed y'all.
You
I
did.
appreciate it.
I am the number one Bel Air boy, Feezus Price, man. Catch us on Tuesday on 7 Mile Radio, Winners Wonderland. Shout out to Panda. Shout out to Miss Tiki. We are still the show. Everybody, subscribe to my Spotify, my Apple Music. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Ralphie the Ruler. We out, baby.